Build your own world, no regrets you have, and do what you have to do for survival. Build your own world, no regrets you have, and do what you have to do for survival. Build your own world, no regrets you have.
Give me a sundown till the light. Give me just one long night. Watch me work and slave away. I'll be done when you awake. Marvel at my bell self. Marvel at the one thing I can build. I will call this place a home. I trap for the trip to run around. Deep in a corner where I wait. He will find me on his face. I'll enjoy him day by day, 'cause he'll never get away. I know you fear me. I know you fear me. They're my home and they're my hands. Send your feel me. I'm reason to feel me. Scared but you don't understand. What's that dude that follows lines? Tricked out through this web of mine. You see me, can't comprehend. I'm a killer, a friend. You see me, don't be afraid of this crystal all I made. It gives life to my own kind, and there'll be nothing left behind. I'm more than a wretched pest. I'm more than a mess. I know that I hide in the shadows, but there's a little light in me. I know you fear me. I know you fear me. They're my home and they're my hands. Send your feel me. I'm reason to feel me. Scared but you don't understand.
Build your own world, no regrets you have, and do what you have to do for survival. Build your own world, no regrets you have, and do what you have to do for survival. Build your own world, no regrets you have, and do what you have to do for survival. Build your own world, no regrets you have, and do what you have to do for survival.
Serve you kill me, serve you kill me. Cross my home with your hands. Serve you spear me, why do you fear me? 'Cause I built a treasure can't. I know you fear me, I know you fear me. They're my home, they're my hands. Serve you feel me, I'm reason to feel me. Scared but you don't understand.
Hello, people on the internet and fans of stuff and other things, which is what we're reviewing today. This is a difficult review for me. Very difficult. for a myriad, yes, that's a word, of reasons. We're reviewing this difficult word too. Hey, Leslie, what did you put in this? Leslie's switching, by the way, up there. That's awesome. And what's with these? These will get in the way during the whole review. I don't know what the deal is. Hey, we're reviewing the Man Majesty Monarchy, or is it Monarchy Majesty? I don't know. Generally speaking, no one, including some of the staff at Music Man, has any idea what's going on with the John Petrucci models, because there's a myriad of them. There's the 12, and the 14, 15, 16, and then there's the Monarchy, and then there's the Artisan, and then who knows what's going on? Well, why is this a difficult review? When you're a fanboy of... Why is this wet? Of something or someone, reviewing their gear is biased. Now, when you're a fanboy, but then you're like, at some point in your career, you're like, what is he doing? Why is he doing that? What's he playing there? Come on, John. And then the next time you hear me, you're like, holy flying crap, how does he do? That's amazing. And you're torn between, like, dude, what up? And what's with the beard? And then, oh my God, how awesome. And, you know, between you want to love it and you don't know what's going on, and then this guitar comes out, the original Petrucci, and you play it and you're like, not my thing. I never liked it. And then didn't give it another chance. Buddy of mine had a 7-string, played it, didn't like it. I don't know why, it just didn't gel with me. I love Music Man guitars, absolutely love them. But it just didn't, it wasn't my thing, and it's a big seller for them. So then the Majesty comes out, and I'm like, what is wrong with Petrucci? That's just, are they deliberately trying to create an ugly guitar? Are they deliberately trying to create something different just to be different? It looked like a piece of plastic, which is due to the satin finish. It just didn't look like a wooden guitar. Now, does it have to? No. Was I unfair for some reasons? Probably. I just didn't give it any thought. It completely passed by me. So, on the other hand, his work is partially why I am here doing what I do. I had a band, we were all big-time Dream Theater fans. I did an album of that band years after the band broke up, took old recordings, sent that to a label, got a little deal, and then that label talked to James LaBrie. All of a sudden, I'm doing an album with James LaBrie. It's ridiculous. When I first took off to Boston, this is a true fucking story. When I first took off to Boston to check out Berklee College of Music, where I went, yes, I'm bragging. I graduated, you know, dual major, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, when I went there, the first plane I took, when the plane was taking off, Pull Me Under was playing. And I had tears in my eye because it was like, whoa, it's actually happening. So the work of him and that band does mean quite a bit to me. And obviously I've done an album with the vocalist, blah, blah, blah. So it's difficult to grab this guitar, which I absolutely wanted to hate, because what's up with it? And openly talk about it in an objective manner. We'll still try to do that. So now we have not the JP whatever, not the Monarchy with the satin and the, I don't know, carbon kind of look in the middle, shield, spade thing. By talking about spades, please watch Geargod's review of this, which is actually the only true review that should matter, because it's reviewed by Petrucci himself. Okay? That is really the only Geargod's review of the Monarchy Majesty Monarchy. I don't know what the order is of the words. That's the one that matters. The track that you heard at the beginning was actually from the album that I did with James LaBrie, and it's the track Spiders, which for years and years and years bugged me because it was never right on the album. It wasn't what it was supposed to be. Now, I got this guitar. The day later, I started tracking this song, and it finally was what it was supposed to be. Now, I'm going to give you some stats. Of course, the stats on Geargods are much better. Please watch that review. something about width and neck and blah, 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 and pounds. This is all for the 6 string. So this is the 7 string. So it doesn't matter. Bodywood, African mahogany with maple top and mahogany through neck. So the only maple part, Leslie, if you can go to the guitar cam, the only maple part is this shield. Let's call it a shield right here, which is also mirrored. Get it? In the inlays. It is, the shield is mirrored in the, that's funny because the inlays are mirror. Get it? It's mirrored. No, whatever. So the only maple top then is this shield, which I think is maple because of visuals. It's a visual thing. So it has a neck through, which we can kind of not really see here. We can see it more here, right there. There's a line. So the sides are tagged on, neck through, and the shield on top. Custom Drop Petrucci Music Man Piezo Floating Tremolo, which is actually just freaking brilliant. Piezo built in, you can't even see that. And it's a floating tremolo, big ass vibrato block back here, so that counts for tone. No locking nut, and a Music Man style compensated nut, so all these little slits actually release the strings at different levels, so they're all slightly compensated for reasons that matter. And we have a scale length of 25.5 thingies. Neck radius, it has that. It is 17-inch, whatever that means. It's the whatever. Headstock size, angled, and yeah, no volute, really, no real volute there. A tiny bit. Neckwood is Honduran mahogany, not African mahogany, so that's different, which will account for the color difference right here, which we're gonna get into at a later date in this video. Fretboard is ebony, not my favorite. I'm not an ebony guy, simply because ebony just gets dirty quicker. But hey, it's a tonal thing, which of course matters. Fret markers, custom JP Majesty inlays. So yeah, of course, that's these things, and they have mirror backs. I think that's overdone. I think it's just a little bit too much. But again, it's a custom guitar signature thing. So on signature guitars, you don't bitch about it. It's whatever the man wants. See, I told you this is going to get in the way. Hey, this is a strap. Let's do this. No, let's not do this. Neck finish is matte. So that's cool. The top is actually, I don't know how they did it, high gloss. And then it kind of very subtly turns into matte. And they've done this absolutely beautifully. This is really well done. It's a very wood kind of super fast finish, but the top is matte and you can't even see where one ends and the other one begins. Neck color, Schaller M6 locking. Now, it's one of the things that on this guitar doesn't work that well. I have two Music Man guitars where the tuners are good, but reports have reached me and others, and I have my experience with them, that Schaller just isn't up to the task anymore. Go back up here while I talk about that. On the two Fenders I have, Schaller, really crappy ones. When you buy a set of Schallers, I spent 120 bucks on Schallers for my Queensel guitar, and they are absolute crap. There's many dead zones, and it's just, they're not good. 120 bucks for tuners, and they suck. My freaking Harley Benton Signature has tuners from no-name China, and they're better, literally. So, the St. Vincent and my Steve Morse have Schaller locking on these Music Man guitars, and they're great. They're some of the best tuners I have on guitars. Now, the Valentine in this has dead spots. I think Music Man needs to find a different tuner manufacturer. There's many on the market. I don't know, Graph-Tech Ratio are pretty damn freaking awesome. I think it's time to change, because on a guitar in this price range, the quality of the Eternity things is not on the level of where it should be. It's not necessarily Music Man's fault, that is Schaller, but I think Schaller needs to get their game back up to where it used to be. So, the truss rod, this is absolutely amazing. There's all the Music Man guitars have this little wheel here. See, let's see if we can catch that. Yeah, there. And I just took my Ibanez tool or just some kind of wrench, put it in here, because the guitar's been here for a while, and the strings came up and up and up. It's winter, conditions in this room have changed, and I just went, done, neck is adjusted. That any kid can do. Absolutely brilliant, and they've done it for a while. Electronic shielding, who cares? Now let's talk about the electronics. Of course, the pickups are DiMarzio Sonic Ecstasy HH and DiMarzio Sonic Ecstasy Piezo Bridge pickup. Okay, well, comes with 10 on it slinkies. So, electronics. Let's forget about this switch for a while. 3-position magnetic pickup switch. Bam, in between, back. In between apparently can be customized to change with this push-push. I love push-push, you know this? Push-push is awesome. No one uses push-push other than Music Man, so big applause to Music Man right there. So this actually can be custom settings. I don't know how to customize it. The website doesn't say that. You probably have to read the manual. I have no idea. Or maybe it is customized for Petrucci and that's it. I don't know if it's changeable. It just says custom second position. So when you're in the middle, this changes the sound. This is a boost for the magnetic pickups, which can be adjusted back here. When you actually look into those holes, which you cannot really, they're not really centered. So I don't quite know if when you use a little screwdriver and you put it in, that you can actually hit that correctly. It's, you probably have to open this and readjust it. The little Phillips hole in there is not really in the center of this anymore. But you can do mag boost. The mag and piezo mix can be adjusted here. And piezo treble and piezo bass. That's a Trey, that's not pizza, that's piezo. Different things. Probably both Italian. So, battery compartment here. Cool thing about that is they're normal AA's, not a 9-volt. I don't know why that's cool, but I think it is. So boost here for more oomph. Second position. And this also does push-push. It doesn't come out. It's just a little tic-tac knob where you can actually switch the, I think, the output from mono to stereo, which will mean for your piezo, not piezo, piezo, you can select whether that goes both to your electric guitar amp or one goes to the amp and one goes to a mixing board where you can, get pseudo acoustic guitar sound. So that's nice. You have both. You don't actually have two outputs anymore, which is kind of annoying. You can just pick, and that's a TRS plug in there. Talking about this, I just noticed all my Music Man guitars have it, all the new ones. This barrel plug is way, way superior to the normal jack plate, which of course always loosens and you have to tighten this. This is awesome and absolutely, I love it. So back here, the second switch, which again, everything in this guitar is new and unique. It's not a normal, these toggles are not normal toggles. They're shorter ones, very tiny. No, that's not what she said. You can actually have all magnetic pickups, magnetic and piezo mixed, and that's the level for the piezo back there. Tone and volume, by the way, or only piezo. So, we covered all this. What else is there to cover? I think that's good. Now, when you test this guitar, what needs to happen is you need to completely forget that you're playing or that you want to have a Les Paul sound because it's mahogany, or that you want a Strat sound, or that you want any sound that is familiar to you. Put that out of your head. What needs to happen is you have to say, I'm playing a modern guitar that is different and can get me those modern high-gain sounds. So, step number 1, magnetic pickups. They're extremely round, have no brightness to them whatsoever, and are, when you play them for the first time, especially clean, rather disappointing to me. Until you understand what the idea is. Okay? and who it's made for. It's a signature guitar, so that guy has very specific ideas about his sound. Doesn't want to play a Strat. He doesn't want to play a Les Paul. He wants to play his guitar that gets him his sound. That roundness, which is in clean, a little bit disappointing, really shines when you're driving it, because those harmonies come in there and it's never too harsh, it's never too much. It's absolutely brilliant when distorted. So in clean, let's do this. With an amp that I can't talk about, but I'm using. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not playing a Mesa, even though I have one, because you know my reasons. It's a fantastic sound, but it's not a Strat and not a Les Paul. Now middle position. Middle position custom setting. That is nice and bright. That's actually beautiful. And bridge. You can see it's already tickling the amp a bit. Which, by the way, is going into a Torpedo Studio with a 4 and 412 cap. So when you want brightness and awesome clean sounds, here's the trick, which is what this guitar is amazing at. This switch, and you add in the piezo to the magnetic sound. All of a sudden that brightness, which by itself sounds like this, is mixed in. I always saw that piezo as, why doesn't he just play an acoustic guitar? Come the fuck on. John, get an acoustic guitar on a little stand and do... No, that's not why he has that, I realized. Rounds off the magnetic pickups to be really and magnetic and round, I said that, but then uses the piezo, no, that's not how I say that, the piezo, to add that top end and then has a way to mix it. Fucking brilliant. And that's how you get those amazing, let's call them 80s clean sounds, okay? So when you mix that now, you can now adjust the volume of the piezo. I'm gonna attempt to do this by adding in a flashback and a warp vinyl by Chase Bliss Audio, which is awesome. I don't know how to actually play this, but I just figured it out earlier a little bit, so it's that's not how you do this. How do you do this, John? Come on. I didn't hit that D. Damn it. We'll do it again. Maybe here. You can hear more. I can't do it. All this education down the drain. But that's that amazing clean sound that you can get with this guitar. According to Toro from TC, you have to have a shit ton of compression on that, but who cares? For that part. just the magnetic. Mixed in now. Of course, that with the delay gets, magnified. So the point is, clean sounds, wow. You can get insane cleans out of this setup in any kind of mix you want, just the piezo. That's just the magnetic, again, a little bit too round. And then you mix it in. Middle position, second setting. So yeah, that's all right there. And that's pretty amazing. Someone told me to watch the Thomann video, which of course I didn't do, because who's got time? Where John talks about why things have been designed. It wasn't vanity. It wasn't, I want a guitar that looks crazy and fucked up. No, everything on this guitar apparently was done so that it's as ergonomic as freaking possible. And they've achieved this. They absolutely have done this. You take this out of the box, and playability is to a point where I found myself playing in a way that I hadn't played in years. I thought, holy crap, I'm actually not sucking today. Even with the 7th string, which usually makes you play differently and adjust differently to a guitar, it didn't matter. I can play this just like a 6th string. Well, 95% like a 6th string. It didn't bother me at all. I've played 7th strings before all my life, but this just feels insanely good. Now the neck is very, very slim, but everything, I mean, everyone who also came through here, the touch is like, oh, this plays nice. Okay, so let's do some distorty sounds. Let's see if this is the distorty sound. See, that roundness all of a sudden really pays off. Obviously, you would never really play these kinds of things. A 7-string Majesty, Monarchy, Majesty, Petrucci signature is not necessarily your blue sax. It's just fun. Let's do that with some effects. I want to do that with some effects. So yeah, low gain does work. Now I could put, let's go here. Let's stay on the A and boost it with the internal boosty. All of a sudden, bam, there's another sound. I have not warmed up. By the way, how awesome was Trey playing that Dream Theater thing? Holy shit, that dude can play. Wow. So yeah, there's a whole nother sound for you right there. That just appears, so that doesn't really work, but mix is cool. So, okay, moving on to a high gain channel of amp that we're not talking about. Now it gets a little bit much, but there are so many options here. When you mix in the pitch, or even on high gain, you have a lot of attacky sounds. Check this. So, total mega awesomeness. We turn this off, some effects here. There's this sound in there, which is awesome. Mixo Sharp 11, and why not? It's a little bit thin in the back there, but this is... And all of a sudden, Major 7, what the crap? total freaking bullshit. So bottom line, pros and cons. Oh, wait a second. I didn't even show you the case. Awesome freaking case. It's included. It better be. So, pros and cons of the Man Majesty Monarchy Majesty. I still don't know the order. Damn it, I picked my drop. Oh, this sweater is making me delirious. It's way too warm. Pros and cons. It is an absolutely modern guitar. Magnetic sounds, piezo sounds, everything says modern. Not vintage, not anything else. It is an amazing tool for the modern rock/metal, prog metal guy. It is tailor-made for that. Those amazing, let's call them slightly sterile, but in a good way. These super cleans with the piezo, with some chorusing on it and some delay. Amazing sounds, really. It allows you to get sounds that no other guitar, other than a Petrucci, Majesty Monarchy Majesty, will get you. Ultra flexibility. It's light. In pictures, it looks rather big. That's what she said. But it's not. It's actually, look at it. It's a 7-string and the body is really small. It is definitely a guitar built for ergonomic reasons. Everything about it is sleek, slender, streamlined, and for a guy who stands on stage for hours every night, which he does. So, killer sounds for exactly those sounds. Don't see it as a traditional guitar. Super ergonomic, absolutely. Playability is insanely good. It really is. What else? The looks? Well, that is really up to anyone individually to decide whether they like this or not. I have a few things to say. Well, everything on this guitar is made to spec how Petrucci wanted it. These knobs are probably the Petrucci knobs with a little dome in the, everything. And this, everything is different. Now, talking about looks, please, that is just my 2 cents. The mirror things, there's so much to look at this guitar, especially with the shape and everything, that some stuff's going over the top. No inlays for me would have been totally fine. I think that would have been absolutely cool. Now, I know it's a signature guitar, I get this, but you going up on stage regularly with a Dream Theater logo in your guitar, I think personally, I'm sorry John, sorry Music Man, they should offer this without that. Because you're going up there and you're not you. You're not, playing with your band. You're playing with your band, but with a Dream Theater guitar. It's always the Dream Theater guitar. It's so much more than that. It's a great tool for a lot of musicians. I think the signature is enough. Having that logo in there, I think they should just offer it without it. Just personal opinion. Just like my signature Harley Benton will come without the logo in the 12th fret, because I'm thinking, who wants that? So, this shield in the middle is actually kind of cool, decorated differently. When they had that in the carbon kind of a look, I simply think I didn't look at these guitars from the right angle. Let's put it this way, in my head. So, I think it's kind of cool. One of the problems on the neck through here is, and you see that on the blue one that Trey has much more than on this one, is this. The neck is going all the way through, and that means since it's different wood than the body wood, you have these two lines here. So the middle piece takes the color differently than the outer pieces, and you can clearly see that this is a different piece of mahogany than this. It's not one color here. Same here. Which means that the shield breaks up this guitar into quite a few. Can I pull this out? Yes. Quite a few parts. So all of a sudden, because of the shield, you have this shape down here, which isn't wanted. It just happens because that's part of what's left over from the middle, and then on top here, you have these two little shapes. I don't know how clearly you can see this on the red one. It's okay on the red. On the blue, you can see it very clearly. I'm going to show you a picture. And for me, that's kind of sad. It's, I don't know, if these lines weren't there, if this was kind of disappearing a little bit more, the shield would come out more. It would stand on its own. Right now, it's standing there with a weird kind of butt down here. Why am I nitpicking? Because the guitar is $4,500, okay? On a guitar for $4,500, where this is meant to have a certain look, you gotta bitch about stuff. Now, I already bitched about the tuners. They're not ultra horrible and unusable, but when you tune it, you notice something happening. They're not the absolute smoothest and greatest. And again, that is Scholler. It's just the truth. Case is awesome. I told you all the stuff that's absolutely awesome. The awesome stuff on this guitar absolutely outshines the stuff that I'm picking on now. The other thing that I've already pointed out to the distributor here is, come the fuck on, Music Man. Please don't be cheap. I'm going to say this straight out. Because we have 5. No, I can't count. Damn it. What's this number? We have this number. Cavity covers here. And I'm sorry, it's really ugly. They go metal, which is awesome. Metal! But they go metal to make them extra thin so they don't stand out this much, because they're simply safe on the CNC machine, running it 3 minutes longer and actually making cutout covers. Why not take the 1mm and actually sink this into the body? This is on top of the guitar. This is on top of the guitar. This could be sunk into the guitar as well. There's no reason why this should be on top. And even worse, right here, the guitar is bent. And so this really looks like someone just took a piece of metal, hammered it crooked, and bent it over this ridge. Which is, of course, for the switch tip. It needs to be there. But why can't they sink this into the wood? People, this is a €4,500 guitar. Having all this stuff on top? I know. Does it make the guitar bad? No. Does it get in the way when you play it? No. But it's just not nice. It doesn't leave a nice feeling. This stuff should really be in the guitar. There's no reason, financially speaking, why this should be this way. Other manufacturers can do this on guitars for $200. You program the CNC machine to do one more routing thing, and you're done. So there's absolutely no reason why this should be on top on a guitar for $4,500. Please, Music Man, get this happening, because it bugs me. It's just not necessary. This could be so smooth and so elegant, and everything on this thing is smooth and elegant, and it's so great. And then you turn around, and it's like, what happened here? We saved $3 because we didn't want to do another go on the CNC machine. It makes no sense. There's no reason why this is. Sorry. Everything else is absolutely phenomenal if you're in the market for a modern guitar. It plays so well. So many sound possibilities. Once you start getting it, you're set. This can be, if you're making modern, heavy shit, Man Monarchy Majesty could be your guitar. It's tough to get right now. I know it takes a while to get your hands on it because it's sold out everywhere. And you know why? Because it's just great. It's just a great instrument. I didn't want to believe it. I really wanted to hate it. I'm sorry, John. You'll never see this, but still, I wanted to. I can't. You just made a good guitar. Damn it. It's fun. I'm going to actually do a track right now with it for a review I have to do that comes out at NAMM. And I'm really looking forward to having this on my lap for the next couple of hours. So, links below, animals at the end, other links below as well. Please support me if you can. That would be so nice. And bye-bye.
afraid I won't make the same mistakes. I'll take a new path, another direction. I won't know I won't be my father's son.